You say hi to everybody in this mic. Say hi.
Hi,
Say, what's your name?
my name is Vati.
And how old are you?
4.
Good job. How are you guys doing? Beautiful day out.
Well, just how's it, your weekend now, 3 padded practices, just to have all 5 of you guys working together. Obviously,
Yeah.
the chemistry's there, you didn't have it last year. Just how good has that been?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. I mean, a lot of guys we're starting to get comfortable with this offense. We got a great defense to go against, and they give us a lot of work. So we appreciate that a lot. Yeah, keeps us going, keeps us thinking a lot, which is good. That's what we need. Yeah, as a offense, just the communication with everyone, and then putting it all together versus our defense is really good.
You guys are working on your own things you don't see all the time. Just go back and watch film. It just seems to me the gear has been pretty crisp here through the first week. Have you guys noticed that too, and just how important is that?
I feel like after last season, I feel like everyone's understanding what they need to do, right? I feel like we need to amp it up a little bit. I mean, last year it was last year, and I feel like now we're getting the groove now, and I feel like we're gonna be good.
Are guys feeding off that attitude?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, and the defense feeding off of us, and we're feeding off of them. It's really good. Good chemistry there.
When you say amp it up, you mean the O-line, the offense as a whole, and what does that look like?
It's just our standards is really high as a unit, and so that we want to be perfect, so we can give Jared some time to make his reads, some checks. Frank, he does really good. He does a really good job of identifying the defense for us and helping us get in the right positions, right? And so it's really good. I feel like we're working a lot, communicating with each other. It's really good.
I know it's early, but what would success look like for you guys in these first couple practices and games?
We just gotta trust it. We just gotta trust each other. We gotta trust our roles, our job. We just gotta trust each other that we know what we're doing. Yes, sir.
The hope is obviously you guys play all 17 games and every snap, but that's always not realistic. But just to the depth that you guys have with Evan and Matt.
It's really good. I mean, yeah, I mean they're treating themselves like they're our starter, which is good because if one of us is down, man, we can trust them. We can trust them to fill in to help us win the game.
A lot of those guys got starting options last year through the injuries and stuff.
It's really good, and so they understand the game speed, how the game flows, and it's really good for them. It's really good. No, this room is really good. I love this room. We have a bunch of young guys that we can help and teach, guide them, just trying to give my knowledge to them, because I was a rookie once. I was a young guy, so it's really good. I love this room.
Have you kind of settled in now to that guard spot? You like that?
Yeah. I'm loving the guard.
Yeah.
I'm liking the pool. I love pulling. It's fun.
What did you think out there when things got chippy today with Logan, Dan?
It's really good. It just means that, we're in the heart of the camp. Second week. I don't even know what day it is. But yeah, it's just a bunch of frustration with each other and just let it all out, man. We're a bunch of grown men. We know how to handle it, and so it's good. It's good to see them do that.
Are you guys aiming for certain benchmarks when it comes to yards per carry? Are there certain benchmarks you guys want to hit this season?
Obviously, our goal is to be top. For the O-line, I feel like our goal is to be the top rushing in the league. That's our goal. And then be the best O-line in protecting. That's our goal. The rest will take care of itself if we protect or run. Yeah.
We see Aiden kick inside a lot,
Which is good. Makes me think a lot. Makes me think a lot. He has some twitchiness into him. I love it. Makes me think. I just can't just sit it. He has a really good bull rush. He has a really good. He just has a lot of good things. I hope that will help us this season.
Do you see him kind of learning on the go and kind of memory banking things?
Yeah. Because I'll give him feedback to him. I was like, hey, you're opening up your chest here, or hey, keep doing that because it keeps me humble, I guess. Yeah, but anything you want to say, Vati?
Yes.
What do you want to say?
I don't want to say nothing.
Yeah? You wanna tell the world that you know your planets?
Yes.
You wanna what? Okay. See.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
And
These are the planets of the solar system. These are the planets of the solar system.
Nice job.
love you. Good job, Vaitai.
Put it there. A little softer.
Good job. Thanks, guys.
Next thing.
You said what?
Right.
Really good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. So, you know, you're a weekend, and obviously you made that switch in the spring to playing more cornerback. Just how do you think that transitions go? How do you like how your development's going there in the first week?
I think the transition has actually been smoother, maybe than I thought it would be, because I was working at both in OTAs, so I kind of like got the mental side of it during OTAs, and then now I'm like physically doing it. So I think the transition's been smooth.
Are you still working in some design matchup stuff, safety stuff? How do you view your role?
I guess my role is wherever they want to put me, because I feel like I just have a unique body type to be able to play multiple positions. So wherever they see fit, then I'll play. I basically got to know every position: corner, safety, dime. I even know some nickel. So I just got to be ready.
Curious with you and Will kind of bouncing around. Do you guys talk about kind of making the switch and kind of being interchangeable like that, or is it someone you lean on at all?
I feel like we haven't talked about the switch. He's like, his locker's right next to mine, but we haven't really talked about the switch. He knows safety position and I know corner position, so we both know both positions really well, but we haven't actually like talked about it now.
What have you liked about what that front seven is doing, how it affects you guys on the back end, now that you've seen the pads?
I feel like they're getting a lot of knockback, and the linebackers are punching gaps, and it's just clearing it up for us. And then when we're in the fit, we just got to read our keys, and I feel like everything's clearer, I guess. I mean, it's hard for me to say because I was at corner last year, so I'm looking at it from a whole different perspective, so I'm not really sure too much the difference from the safety perspective because I wasn't at there, yeah. So it's kind of hard for me to say. Yeah, so basically I was kind of we were in the red zone. I was the free safety, and I'm really supposed to just help on anything in breaking. And basically nothing came immediate. I think Khalif ran a return. Nothing came immediate to me, and then I just read the quarterback, and it kind of, off his eyes drifted back, and then the dig came right behind me, and I snagged it. And that was it.
How much have you learned from watching Tracy and talking since you made the switch?
I feel like I've learned a lot from Tracy, Coach Duke, Coach AP. Just watching how he plays middle of the field and how he fits. It just helps me. And if I make a mistake on something or I'm not in the right spot, he's gonna get me right after the play. So.
What's been the biggest challenge with this switch? It feels like you got to have a little more patience at safety, kind of on that interception there. You kind of had to wait for your read and stuff. What's kind of been the biggest challenge translating that to the field?
I feel like the biggest challenge has been, I say, mentally, because at corner, you're only seeing half the field, and you're kind of waiting on the safety to make the call to you. But at safety, you see the full field, and you got to make the call. You got to know when to come down. You got to know when you're back. And I feel like sometimes when you're middle of the field, you don't have an exact assignment. But at corner, you're always covering the guy in front of you. So it's like you got to just be, disciplined with your eyes and stuff and stay in your pedal. And so it's just a little different.
Do you like that added responsibility, I guess, from the safety position?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Honestly, I like playing both positions. It's just a different perspective and a different way you got to play it. Honestly, I'm getting used to it, but I just like playing football. So.
You guys have said this is a safety-driven defense. What does that mean from your perspective?
I guess it would kind of be, like I said before, we got to make the calls. We got to make sure dudes is lined up. We got to make the checks. Obviously, it goes kind of hand in hand with the linebackers as well, but I feel like the safeties control the back end and back seven.
What do you think it is about you that made coaching staff want to safety?
Probably just my size and athletic ability, because I don't think there's that many corners that can go to safety. It is an easier transition to go from corner to safety than safety to corner, but I feel like just my size and athletic ability helps and physicality.
All right, thanks, Ifeatu.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Alex was talking to somebody asked him about you and what your development this year, and he says he can see everything now. He just has to get to it.
Correct.
And I'm sort of paraphrasing it.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was just one of my goals this year, this camp, was to be able to recognize formations, be able to recognize when it's pass, run, and just learning that by watching film, studying the playbook. And so now that I got that down, now it's more of working on my technique, learning how to, get downhill, how to take on blockers, how to keep my feet square and pass. So just continue to work and continue to get better throughout this camp. So.
Just one thing, when you look at film, you look at it on a big screen, or how do you do that?
So we spend a lot of time in the film room together throughout the day. But even when I go home on my iPad, just being able to see formation stuff helped me a lot. So.
How do you sort of view the linebacker room as Dan was talking yesterday, as something really hard to sort of do, where you can just mix and match, people based on their strengths and everyone plays and plug everyone in, and sort of get the best out of that.
Yeah, this is my second year in the league, and it's unbelievable that you see this competition in our room. Everyone's competing, everyone's good, everyone has their special ability. It's amazing. It just not only that, but it makes each of us better. We learn off each other. Like, I ask Alex questions, Alex even asks me questions, I ask board questions, Sean Dion asks his board questions. It's just all around. We're trying to make each other better. So.
Do you see it as 3, 4, 5 people that are going to play meaningful defensive snaps this year because there's so many guys that can?
Yeah, the way it's looking now, the competition we have and the guys that we have in our room, that's what it's looking like. Coach Shep is very excited because he can rotate 4 or 5 guys because we're all considered good football players, good linebackers. So that's a good thing.
How does that crossover into special teams? Is it like a tightrope you're walking now, where you learn the linebacker stuff and then try to apply it in that area as well?
Yeah, so special teams is also important. One thing also I'm trying to elevate my game in. It's important to be able to do both, be able to play linebacker and to go make plays on special teams. So I'm trying to take my game to the next level as a linebacker and special teams. So.
Where do you think this defense, what they're doing now, where do you think it fits you, and where do you think you fit this defense?
I would say being able to play more downhill, not having to worry about too much. The AG is making the defense a lot easier for the linebackers, and that's what I like. Being able to play downhill, dropping covers, be able to read. So, most important thing as a linebacker.
You say it's easy. It seems that everybody seems to feed off of each other with that easiness. Do you see that as well?
Yes. As long as we communicate and go get the job done, that's what makes the defense easier. So.
After last season, when you look back at last year, what was your overall feeling about how you played and how just the whole thing of playing careful? Just looking back at 2020.
I would just say, as the season continued, that I continue to get better, and now that's taking my game to the next level. And I know I'm a way better player than I am last year, and like I said, continue to strive and get better, and be a big part of the defense this year. So.
But you played big time football. How was the pro game any different than you thought it would be?
People a lot faster and a lot stronger. In college, I could walk out on the field and say, I'm strongest, fastest, one of them. There's a lot of good college football players also, and you get to the league and it's like, oh, everybody's just like me. So that just allows you to try to escalate your game to another level. At that point, it's not always about how physical you are, how fast you are. Now it's more mental. Obviously keep those attributes, but but also mental is the key in the NFL. So,
Derrick, when you were in the team meeting with Dan Campbell and he's talking about playing anybody, any team, anywhere, being extra smart, extra gritty, when you were sitting there listening, what was your thoughts?
I love that man. He thinks like a football player. That's how we all have to think, the whole team, and it's just he motivates me every day, and it's just his passion and love for the game, not only the game, but this team is important, and guys feed off of it. We trust him and Dan. We trust in these coaches, and that allows us to go out and do what we need to do to make them happy and help this team win. So,
how much do you learn from a guy like Alex?
Alex is what I call a true vet. He knows the game like the back of his hand, and you just watch him play, how patient he is, how he fits in the run game, the passing game. I go back sometimes, and after I get and watch myself, I go back and watch Alex and just how he develops the game, how he knows what's coming, and it just helped me. Alex has helped me these last 2 years like no one else. Everybody has helped me out. Sean, Board, I learned from all those guys, but when a guy who know the game, has been playing for a long time, like Alex, comes in and it's just amazing to watch him play. You know, he's helping me. He's making sure I'm on top of my P's and Q's. You know, I just appreciate him for that. He's a great leader.
Let me just flip the switch here. They look like they're pretty well loaded on offense. Offensive line, running back, wide receivers, tight end. What's it like to practice against them?
Going against one of the best every day. That's what you want. You want to be able to go against that competition because when the game comes, it makes it that much easier. So.
All good, guys?
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.